booties for black girl nerds.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
we're good. How are you?
Good, good. I have to say, I absolutely enjoyed this film, and I love the fact that it's this film that's within the fictional horror framework, but it also highlights real horror issues like mental illness, addiction, the loss of a loved one. So that just made the film all the more compelling for me. So it was a really incredible watch. I want to go to you first, Michael. You know, making the transition from creating video content on YouTube to directing a feature film, what were some of the challenges that you faced during this production, and what did you enjoy most about the process?
Um, you know, we were lucky enough that we had done crew work before the film, so we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into. It's just, the biggest difference is it moves a lot slower. So like if we wanted to record at a train station on YouTube, we'll just go there and just shoot. Whereas if you're doing it through a film, you need permissions from the police and the council. You need to shut down roads. You need like 10 trucks to come with you for grips and gaps. Like, it's just like a massive process that you could just move a lot quicker on YouTube. But then the plus side is that there's all these heads of departments that you work with that specialize in things that you could never, like they bring a level of, quality that you could never bring yourself. So like, having a talented DOP and a talented production designer and talented, crew like that just elevate the material so much. So it was kind of relieving in a way. It's slower and higher stakes, but a little bit more relieving because, the people can like take charge of those specific aspects of filmmaking.
Well, those stakes certainly paid off in seeing the final product of this film. Danny, over to you. You previously described Talk to Me as a film about the connections between people, real ones, and forced ones. So can you elaborate what you meant by those relationship dynamics?
I think that Mia is running away from some issues at home and like a natural connection with her dad, and she's sort of like holding on to another family and wanting to escape the dark sides. And I think that like the hand and even the phrases that the hand is saying is like representing different things that are happening with Mia. Like, talk to me, I'm lonely, I just need someone to talk to me. Like, someone, please, I feel so alone. And I let you in, I'm letting you into my body, into my mind, whether you're drugs or your sex or your alcohol, I'm letting you in. I like, and like hands and connections between people was such a big motif in the film already. There was so much of in the original script before we'd even found the hand as our horror object, that once we did find that in the second draft of the film, it felt like it was there all along. It was the film was already about that, and we love that we found that.
Yeah, the hand was pretty horrifying, but it's just so interesting how something as simple as a hand is becoming like the core of this story. I absolutely love that dynamic of the film. Michael, back to you. The teens in this movie, they're not like vapid or annoying, but they're these authentic three-dimensional characters who have legitimate reasons as to why they get involved with this game. So how important was it for you to not get trapped in the stereotypical teen roles that you do see kind of in the horror genre?
Yeah, I guess it was going off of the stuff that we enjoyed watching. We always enjoyed watching stuff that was three-dimensional, had like strong characters and stories. So when we were doing it, like everything that we were writing, we wanted to have that kind of layered approach and not just have anyone that's just kind of there and like cliche in a way, which, and I think like finding the great cast members as well, they helped bring like an authenticity to the roles as well. So they loved the way it was written, but then also, working with them to make the character theirs as well was important. It's, having characters that you relate to or you understand, you empathize with. I feel like when the horror happens, you're more on side with them. So it was always important to us to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Danny, the film delivers these very intense tilted angles and fluid shots that add like more suspense to the scenes. What was your relationship to the cinematography in this film and choreographing these really unique shots?
Yeah, I love that we were able to like collaborate with our cinematographer Aaron McCliskey. Like he was such an amazing person to go with, and we always knew that I wanted like I always wanted the camera to be tied to the ghost that's inside Mia. Like those possession sequences, like we're sort of like an astral projection version of like the camera, and like it's always tied and moving with like what the character, like the ghost, is doing around the room. So we always wanted like those possession sequences to feel different to, you know, different scenes in the film. But yeah, like working out that visual language and like going in the hotel room in pre-production and like pre-shooting the whole film on our phones and things like that was like such an amazing, fun, rewarding experience. And like it's the best thing to have a cinematographer, like Michael was saying, all these heads of departments bringing their expertise to one big project. It's like the most rewarding thing ever.
Yeah, not to get into this context of the scene, because I don't. There's that great shot with one of the characters where he falls in the chair and he falls on his side and the camera follows him. I don't know what kind of shot that's called, but I just love that shot.
Yeah, that was we built a rig so the camera could be attached to the chair in a way. So when he'd move, it'd move with him. Yeah. So that was an actual rig. It's really quick, but that was really difficult to get because the cameras, you can't just do it. You know, we had to create it with the stunt team and the camera team to create that rig, which was it looked amazing. So fun. Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. Michael, one of our film reviewers, Cassandra Feltis here on Black Girl Nerds, who saw your film during Sundance, says that Talk to Me is a stylish blend of Insidious and The Evil Dead. Was there a specific film or films that influenced you when you were crafting together this story?
I think a big one for us wasn't even a horror film. It was Memories of Murder, Bong Joon-ho, of how he can blend tones so seamlessly and then it still feel like it's of a piece. That was heavily inspired. And then films like, of course, Hereditary, you know, that where it's like it's grounded in character and the horror is in character.
The Exorcist.
Yeah, like
The Vanishing.
Yeah, those are a few of the movies.
But yeah, definitely Sam Raimi. I think that'd be in there somewhere. We never went in there with like a specific film that we were referencing. There was just sort of like inspired by so many different things and different elements of different things. It's hard to pinpoint like an exact thing.
Well, congratulations to you both on this film. I also saw it during Sundance, and Sundance definitely knows what they're doing when they're picking the horror genre in their film selection process. We've seen great films like Hereditary, which you mentioned, and Get Out come out of Sundance. So I had very high expectations, and you guys met that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to Black Girl Nerds, and all the best to you.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Have a good day.
Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds. Better shake your booties for Black Girl Nerds.